This week on Machinery Pete TV, bidders warmed up as the bids heated up at this indoor retirement auction. One of the hottest items was this immaculate 2007 Peterbilt 379. 3 generations have gotten the job done on this Massey 165. And Tyne Morgan takes a peek into the future with John Deere's Chief Technology Officer.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Big Iron Auctions and the Share Your Legacy program, promoting the future of agriculture with amazing legacy stories from across America. No other cornhead works like a Drago or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see for yourself. For farmers working to lift, change, and repair tires, check out the Tire Grabber at thetiregrabber.com. Well, folks, I started doing YouTube videos 14 years ago in 2009, and one of the first auctions I filmed was December 19th, 2009 in Walnut, Illinois, and I tell you, we're back here today in Walnut, Illinois for the retirement auction for Duff and Julie Dimmig, and it is a fantastic sale. We're going to watch 5 sharp Peterbilt sell. Now, before we do that, we got to go to our partners at BigIron.com for Share Your Legacy.
Homesteading was when the pioneers that came west had an opportunity to homestead, and most of them could homestead 80 acres. But since my great-grandfather was in the Civil War, all Civil War veterans were allowed to homestead 160 acres. Well, my great-grandfather was in Civil War, and he was in Philadelphia. He was called to duty at Old Independence Hall when Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, and he stood guard duty over the front of the casket for 12 hours controlling the crowds. Well, after that, he met his wife, Emily Ames O'Brien. There they had the ambition, the will to move west.
Joe and Rachel and Sharon and Silas, this is a book, Clay County Atlas for 1909. So I would like to show you where your great-great-grandpa and your great-great-great-grandpa and my great-grandpa homesteaded.
Joseph O'Brien came here in 1870, and where we are sitting today is the southeast corner of Section 14, Summit Township, Clay County, Iowa. We are so thankful for the people responsible for getting us here, and we just pray that this will continue, and our great-grandkids, our great-great-grandkids know why we believe the way we believe, and freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of all those things, and we just pray that you continue that on.
Well, folks, it is cold here in Walnut, Illinois today, but we're going to have hot bidding on this 2007 Peterbilt 379. This thing's got 355,150 miles on it. Hey folks, a really sharp tractor here. We got a 2015 John Deere 8295R. This thing's got 2,183 hours on it. Now the market for good used tractors has been just on fire. In fact, the 5 highest auction prices ever on 8295Rs have all come in the past 10 months, and 3 of the 5 highest auction prices ever just in the past month alone.
number 5, 4, zip, boy, 230 down, 35. 230 down, 5, 235, 235, 239. Are we all done, boy? 235, down 40. 240, you almost had her, 240. I'll wait for you, 240. 249 down, 235 to 40. 245,000. 240 to 5, 245. 249 down, 249, 45. 249 down, 240 to 5. We gotta go, boys. Come on, internet. 240 to 5 sales today. 240 to 45, 240 to 5. We all done, 245. Sold that thing your way, Rick.
Hey folks, I'm here with Rick Rediger Auction Service. Now, Rick, it's been a few years since we've been down to film you guys. I think it was back in 2014, but we're excited.
Sure has, yeah. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you. Now, we actually have Minnesota weather outside, but we're going to be selling inside today. This is quite a setup.
Yes, it's turned out to be a good decision for a change. A good decision to move inside.
And tell us about getting ready for this sale with Duff and Julie Dimmig, super line of equipment.
Absolutely a piece of cake. Come in the end of November, machineries are mostly washed, ready to go. We started right then. By Christmas we had it full scale online and ready to go.
When I called you, yeah, you mentioned we were going to be selling inside a shed. So that's, now was that you kind of advising Duff, like, gosh, you know?
Oh, Duff got nervous on me there about the January weather, and I said, don't worry, we've got it handled, and I explained to him, and he bought it, and I think he's happy we did that today.
Anything in particular on the equipment line that you've been getting the most phone calls on?
Well, surprisingly, probably the most, the award this sale is the 01 Pete. That has been, for hands down, the most phone calls.
And we have 5 Peterbilts?
Very farmer friendly. Oh yeah, there's 5 or 6 Peterbilts, 1 Freightliner, a small one, a couple Ford pickups, and a lot of trailers.
Ever had an auction where you sold 5 Petes on one sale?
No, especially shining like brand new. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Well, I tell you what, folks, Duff and Julie Dimmig have 5 beautiful Peterbilts selling on the auction today. Now, this sweet red and white rig behind me is an 07 379 Peterbilt. It's got 355,150 miles on it, Cat C15 engine, 550 horse, 63-inch sleeper, and last night the online bid on this baby was already up to $124,300.
I got 190. How about 191? Yes. How about 192? Yes. Now 193. 193. 192 and 3, 192 and 3, 192 and 3, 193. Now 194. Internet's in. 194, 193, 4, 193, 194, 193, 4, 193, 194, 194, 195, 195, 194 and 5, 194, 195, 196, 195 and 6, 195 and 6, yes, 196, 197, 196 and 7. I'm on the 4, 196, 197, 196 and 7. Let's go Tennessee. 197, 197, now 198, 197 and 888, 198, now 199, 199, 199,000, 198, 199. Let's go Minnesota. I'll take any one of you. 199, 198, 199, 198, 199, 198, 199, 198, 199, 198, 199. All done, boys. 199. Last and final warning. 198, 199. Sold that thing. 198,000. Number 15.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale.
Gotta go, guys. 152, 151 and 2, 151 and 2, 151 and 2. First advice and final call. 151 and 52. Tell me no, Dad. Tell me no. 152. Sold that thing. Kearney, Illinois, 151,000. You're out 88, 87.5 and 88, 87.5 and 88, 87.5 and 88. Iowa's in. 87, 88. Now 88.5, 88.5. Come on, internet. 88.5. Gotta go, boys. 88.5. Now 89,000. 89,000 there. 89,000. 89.5 and 89. All done, boys. Gotta go. 88.5, 89,000. Sold that thing. Iowa bound, 88,500 bucks, 3,500, 30,000, 135. Now 140, 135, and 140, 135, and 40, 135, and 40, 145, 145, 145, 140, 140, 145, 140, 145. Sold that thing. 140,000. 157.5. 157.5. 157.5. Warning 1. 157.5. 157.5. 155. 157.5. Gotta go on the way. Last call. Last call. 157.5. Sold that thing here in the stand, 155,000. 19.5, you might as well now. 19.5, 19,005 high, 19.5, 19.5, 19,005 high, 19.5, 19.5, gotta go with 19.5. Sold for 19,000, little oil for a 145, 188.
What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. The future of ag technology is often already at work on the farms of early adopters. At the recent Consumer Electronics Show, Ty Morgan visited with the Chief Technology Officer at Deere about where these technologies go from here.
Seeing things like the See and Spray technology here that's available today, is that a hint of what's to come?
Oh, no doubt. I think what you're seeing on the floor today, whether it's See and Spray or autonomy, those are foundational technologies that we're going to continue to build on over time, right? You look, See and Spray as an example, the delivery of herbicides is step one, but you can start to think about things like growth regulators in cotton. You can think about things like perhaps other types of chemicals that get applied on the farm as being able to be moderated through See and Spray. Those are all opportunities for us once you have the ability to sense something in the field and then act on it. And autonomy is the same way. We've made a down payment on autonomy for the future with this tillage solution, mostly because it's the easiest place for us to start. It's the most practical from a technology perspective place for us to start. But eventually that's going to become an autonomous planting opportunity. It's going to become an autonomous grain cart opportunity. When we get tractor jobs finished, we'll look at sprayers, we'll look at combines. And our goal is by 2030, you know, in certain production systems to be able to have, if a grower chooses to, a fully autonomous production system all the way through, spring tillage and planting all the way through harvest at the end.
But that's not going to be the only offering, right? I mean, how are you making sure that still there is that choice there?
Yeah, well, there's a reason there's a cab still on the tractor, right? There's a lot of growers that maybe don't want the autonomy solution or don't see value in it for them at this point in time that still want to be able to operate the machine. There's a lot of jobs that are done on the farm that we won't make autonomous, right? That you want to move snow in the wintertime in your driveway. Well, you're going to do that from the cab of the tractor, right? And then there's just also an emotional attachment and a satisfaction that you get of seeing the work done yourself. And so there's a reason that cab's still on the tractor. Like, I think that's an important part of it.
Hey folks, welcome back to Tractor Tales. This week we're off to Perry, Iowa to check out a Massey Ferguson 165.
My dad was the second owner and I am the third owner of the tractor. He lived on a dairy farm and he raked hay. He planted corn with it. He mowed ditches with a mower on behind. When I used to ride on it, I'd sit on the toolbox or on the fender and I'd almost fall asleep and he'd get mad at me and try to wake me up to stay awake because he didn't want me to fall off. I would sit on his lap while he was driving and then I would do the steering wheel with his help. I mow with it. We have had it in a tractor parade also in Washington Township, which we drove all around, like to Redfield, Iowa, all different counties. My dad always had it under cover in his barns and stuff. Took very good care of it. We did paint the sides of it just to keep it keep on passing it down the line. Yeah, compared to this tractor, compared to what I drive in the fall, big four-wheel drive, I'd much rather drive this one. It's more my size. Just memories of my dad having it and me riding on it with Dad.
You like this tractor, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah. Well, like I told Bill this morning, I said, this little tractor is fun to drive. I like it.
Well folks, get ready for some big bidding on Big Red here. Our feature item, the 2018 Case IH Steiger 620 Quad Track's got 1,585 hours on it.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
folks, we got a first here in all my years covering auctions. I don't think I've ever seen the online bid the night before on a tractor over $400,000 until today. Our feature item, the 2018 Case IH Steiger 620 quad track, 1,585 hours on it. Now the highest auction price I've ever seen coming into the sale today on an 18 model 620 quad, $345 on a sale in Montana 3 years ago. So we're obviously way past that today. Buckle up, Buttercup, here we go.
475, we all done, guys. 475, 475. Hey guys, we gotta go. Here we go. 475. Better get to clicking. 475. We all done. 475. 175,000, guys. 1,585 hours, like new. 470. You gotta be 475. 470,000 now. 475. Internet saying boys 475. We all done. 475. What do you think? 475. 475. They're nervous. 475. We all done. 475. Gonna go, guys. 475. Sold that thing, Henry, Illinois, $470,000.
Well, folks, we didn't quite hit a record, but I tell you what, we got within a whisker, $470K on the 18 model Case IH Steiger 620 quad track, 1,585 hours. But here's the deal. That price is outstanding because the only one higher than it was on New Year's Eve of 2021. Now that was a 21 model with only 800 hours on a dealer auction, Faribault, Minnesota. And again, 18 model, 1,585 hours, 470, intense bidding. Case IH Magnum tractor lovers, this segment is for you. I've seen some incredibly strong prices. I'm just going to rattle off some of the records that I've seen recently. Let's start off with this 1991 7120 two-wheel drive with 5,018 hours on it, sold December 3rd on an auction in Ladania, Missouri, went for $70,000. All-time record high auction price on a 7120, broke a record from over 7 years ago. Now if we talk 7130s, how about this 1993 mechanical front with 4,696 hours on it. This sold on an auction in Emerson, Nebraska, November 16th of 2022, went for $75,750, broke a record from almost 10 years ago. Now if we hop up to Case IH 8910s, this two-wheel drive 98 model with 3,615 hours on it, tied for the all-time high record auction price of $65,000 on a sale in Covington, Ohio on November 17th of 2022. And by the way, it tied a record from 14 years ago, December of 2008. Now if we talk 8920s, this 98 model was 1,680 hours on it, sold on the same day, November 17th of 2022 on a farm auction in Steele, North Dakota, went for $100,000, and that broke a record from almost 11 years ago. Now, right on down the line, 8930s. Here we have a 1998 model, 3,551 hours. This sold on a farm auction in New London, Wisconsin, back on March 22nd of 2022, and went for $102,500. And here again, broke a record from 10 years previous. And folks, let's wind up with the Case IH Magnum 8950. This sharp 98 model with 5,195 hours on it, sold on an Orchard, Nebraska online auction September 21st of 2022, and it went for $120,250, smashing the former record price of $90,000 from 8.5 years ago. Well, folks, thanks for joining us here today in Walnut, Illinois. Just a treat to be here for the retirement auction for Duff and Julie Dimmig. Great line of equipment, and I've never seen a sale with 5 sharp Peterbilts like this, coming in just under $200K on the 07 379. Wow, ton of buyer demand there. And how about $470K on that 620 quad track? See you back here next week on the show, folks. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Big Iron Auctions and the Share Your Legacy program, promoting the future of agriculture with amazing legacy stories from across America. No other cornhead works like a Drago or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see for yourself. For farmers working to lift, change, and repair tires, check out the Tire Grabber at thetiregrabber.com.